My task yesterday was to talk about patients who receive a coronary stent. In this situation they need dual antiplatelet therapy, which is usually done with aspirin and clopidogrel, but patients who also need anticoagulation due to paroxysmal or permanent atrial fibrillation. So as soon as you combine two antiplatelet drugs with an anticoagulant, and this usually was a vitamin K antagonist in the past, you increase bleeding in these patients. Although on the other hand you reduce the stroke rate and you reduce the rate of stent thrombosis. But bleeding is very important in these patients. So the duration of a combination therapy of antiplatelet drugs plus an anticoagulant should be as short as absolutely necessary. Shouldn't be given for a month or even a year. What we did in the past was to write at least 2 position papers to make it clear for how long a combination therapy should be used, and when patients can reduce this triple therapy to a dual therapy and finally to a monotherapy again. So the first position paper that was led by the working group on thrombosis of the European Society of Cardiology was published 2010. But based on the data we have seen within the last 4 years, a new paper was out. It was just published 2 or 3 weeks ago in the European Heart Journal again. And this paper clearly says some new things. First, that a triple therapy with aspirin and clopidogrel plus an oral anticoagulant is necessary in certain situations, especially if the patient has a high Jazz-Vasc score and therefore a high risk for an ischemic stroke. But you should do this triple therapy for a maximum of 6 months in patients who have an acute coronary syndrome, need an acute stent and have a low bleeding risk. On the other hand, if you have a patient with a high ischemic risk with respect to stroke, but a low bleeding risk, you can reduce this time of triple therapy. And if there is a lower ischemic risk, let's say a Jazz-Vasc score of 1, then you even can start with dual therapy from the very beginning, which means either a vitamin K antagonist or one of the new oral anticoagulants plus clopidogrel, or in certain situations even dual antiplatelet therapy alone. So we do not have clear prospective randomized data with respect to these suggestions and recommendations. These are based on expert opinion mainly, and they are based mostly on registry data and only on few smaller trials. But it is important to have clear recommendations, because if you look at registries that are done at the moment in Europe, so there are so many different things physicians are doing in these specific patients. And now we have a clear recommendation how it should be done. In parallel, we do prospective randomized trials to prove what is at the moment recommended, but based on expert opinion. What is new? Expect the recommendation to use only dual therapy from the very beginning. The other thing which is new is that the new oral anticoagulants that are on the market, which is dabigatran, a direct thrombin inhibitor, or rivaroxaban and apixaban, direct factor Xa inhibitors, that these new oral anticoagulants can also be used instead of a vitamin K antagonist as soon as combination therapy has to be performed. The important thing is you have to reduce the dosage of these drugs. You don't give the full dose, you give the reduced dose that usually has been tested in patients with a higher bleeding risk. And this would be for dabigatran 2 times 110 milligram per day, for rivaroxaban 1 times 15 milligram per day, and for apixaban 2 times 2.5 milligram per day. So this is really new, and it makes things a bit easier for us, especially for patients who are already on one of the new oral anticoagulants and then develop a cardiovascular problem and then have to receive a stent. So until now we then switched back to a vitamin K antagonist and added aspirin and clopidogrel for a certain time. Now we don't switch back. We stay on the new oral anticoagulant that is prescribed and the patient already is on, but just reduce the dosage.